Hello everybody and welcome back to more Europa Universalis 4. As always, I'm Oren. And last time on EU4, I'm not so sure what we did. It's been a few days. Looks like we're in the process of integrating Norway, which will be great. The problem with Norway is, as a personal union, they keep their men in Norway. But Norway will probably never be attacked. At least it won't be for a long time. Especially as if we continue to go for things like the Livonian Order, the Teutonic Order, fingers crossed, and then into the Imperial territory, which is never fun, but kind of our only route at the beginning. There's probably some play we could go for Scotland, like super early game before England goes for it, because England is our ally. So there's like two ways we could do Scotland. There's the less plausible way in we keep England as an ally and just shovel money and diplomats at him so he likes us. Or the more plausible way of we break ties with England soon and get buddy-buddy with France. The problem is England's probably always going to have a bigger fleet than me. Scotland adds a lot of force limits. Can we actually fabricate a claim? You cannot start fabricating a claim with someone you are at war with. We are at war with Scotland because we are with Scotland. We're with England in the war for France. Why is he going to war? Oh, English conquest of Munster. I mean, I guess that's cool. I'm not actually going to help in this fight. It looks like we're also building some buildings, and we have a core creation on Reval, which we recently took. The rest of these places are cored and very, very Danish. That's good. Apparently, the game I had the game at ×4. I don't think there's so much happening right now. Naval battle off, of course, the coast of Norway. We win pretty handily. We captured one of these ships. Actually, wouldn't be too bad, but no ships were captured, sadly enough. Yeah, not so much has been going on in my way. It looks like we got revolts possible. Revolve always happens. Advisor slots. I'm not really in need of an advisor right now. And trade ideas. Now our next trade idea is another merchant. I think this diplomatic tech for the embassy is pretty good right now. Where would we want to build our embassy is a better question. I actually do not know. If we kind of decide against Scotland, we could build it in Orkney, because Orkney is always going to border something over there. And I know Orkney was, this is another Scotland thing, I know Orkney for a fact was a requirement to form Great Britain in EU3. I don't know about EU4. And if it is, that's going to piss England off that we hold Orkney. So it's not going to piss them off any more that we have Scotland. I like the idea of going for Scotland. I'm really getting this idea. I also like the idea of going for, ooh, we built a cannon down here. I also really like the idea of going for the Hansa early. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the live stream that I was on, the EU4 live stream I was on. 30 admin power. I'll lose the 30 admin power right now. My friend Mike, he has some channel, youtube.com, Mike's Let's Play, and his Twitch is like Mike Let's Play or something like that. But my friend Mike has started live streaming, and he was like, I want to live stream some EU4. So me and another friend Tom, we were like, alright, yeah, we'll just start live streaming our multiplayer EU4 games. And I made a video and put it up that was like, hey, I'm live streaming right now. And I've seen other YouTubers do this, where they put a video up, when they stop live streaming, they just delete the video. So I think that's a pretty good system. And that's what I'll do from here on out. So if you ever see a video like live stream or like live now, Europa Universalis 4 at this Twitch, as long as that video's up, we'll be live. I don't think we have a plan for him. I think he's working off some kind of screwy schedule, but he's not like a full-time EU4 live streamer. He plays like WoW and other games too. So I don't know if it'd actually be of any interest to people unless he's doing EU4. And when he's doing EU4, I'm usually on. I think that was a revolt in Revolve, but since we already have an army there, it just kind of got put straight down. But yeah, I was saying something. I was going to reference the live stream somehow. Yeah, I was playing as the Holy Roman Emperor in the live stream. That's what I was doing. And I learned some imperial mechanics. You cannot demand imperial territory from someone who's at war, and you cannot demand imperial territory from someone who has a core on the territory. So what I'm thinking, for the Hansa, we like super abuse mechanics, right? And like, we still have to get into a war with the Hansa that we can win. So like, without Austria there. Or Austria has to be in like 6 other wars at the time and have no manpower. And what we do is we take the Hansa, we make peace with them, we like pause the game, and we like also declare war on the Livonian Order, because now tax modifier, manpower, I'm thinking net local trade power in Kurland. Kurland is a part of the Baltic node though, and we don't have as much trade power in the Baltic node right now, so we're gonna go tax modifier. Then we declare war on the Livonian Order, and we just milk that war. I don't care how much war exhaustion we get, we milk that war until our core comes up. And I think that's how we keep and hold Lübeck. And now I have an embassy, which I really want to make because it's another diplomat. That is the big thing about the embassy. Now a good short-term one would be in Holstein, because actually it's not only a good, because I want to take Lübeck, but there's also a bunch of other counties that border Holstein. There's also Stade, which we could just not take for a while. So I think the embassy in Holstein is actually a really good idea. It costs 1,000 gold though. I thought it was 500. We're gonna have to bank gold a little bit. Is that 10 gold a month we're making? Yeah, 10 gold a month, okay. That's actually not that bad. A call to arms from England? Come to their aid in a conflict against Navarra. This is a defensive war where we need to help our ally. Navarra is allied with Scotland, Mantua, and the Papal State. Alright, England. You better love me for this. Yeah, we're in a war together. Yeah, I honored your alliance. We're best friends, England. Navarra is maybe, realize they need to get away from... Oh wow, and Norway actually super came to England's aid and is landing down here in Portugal. Portugal is allied with France. I'm pretty sure Portugal starts the game with an alliance with England, so that's kind of a flip. And then Savoy is also allied with England. Savoy almost always wants to ally with England though, seeing as how France is kind of like this big scary blob that's like bordering it. I mean, I would be terrified. I've never played a game of Savoy, but I know I'd be pretty afraid of France if I did. Let's look around at this war somewhere. There was an English siege here, but it looks like that's been lost. They're unsieging this. Scotland's going to siege this. There's no way that England can win this war, I'm pretty sure. They're blockaded? Goodness. Their war score against France is really low, minus 48. Our hands have been pretty blood-free so far. But I just feel bad that I'm not helping England. I don't have the resources to, or the want to, especially if we're thinking about taking Scotland right away. If England stays weak and loses part of Ireland because of this, then that's good. We won't, I mean, If we can keep England weak, then let's keep England weak. And they'd probably join us in a war against Scotland just because they hate them so much right now. Discovery spread. We are learning more and more about Africa. We don't know much about the world. It's still a small place. 5 prestige or 10 papal influence. Let's take some papal influence. Let's see if I can get a cardinal in here. It's gonna take a while. Prestige probably would have been better all the way around, but we have 88 prestige. We have a lot of prestige. I could start fabricating claims over here in Winden. Do I already have a claim on Livland? I do not. It's their capital. That does a lot of the capital mechanics confuse me too. I don't have them. I don't have like good ideas of them yet. I know you can't like cede provinces. You can't take a capital unless you're like fully annexing them, or you have a claim or a core on it or something. I don't know. Lithuania is fabricating claims on Kurland though, and Lithuania is reasonably scary. It looks like they broke out of the and Poland just annexed the Teutonic Order. Poland is at war with Wallachia and Burgundy and Bohemia. Burgundy and Bohemia, that's a pretty long distance war. Portugal peace out. Portugal will pay 80 ducats, costing 28 diplo power. And all treaties with France and Castile. Portugal would give for Huerta in Morocco. Huh. Look at that. Portugal lost Huerta. Or at least their core on Huerta. And they lost their alliance with Castile, which is also really scary for Portugal. If you can't buddy up to Castile, then like your life is not long. This army just really needs to go take that army. France is papal controller. Brittany is going to just like be lost in this war, I think. I think Brittany is just going to they're going to lose at least one province to France. They have to. And then there's something going on over here. Austria is occupying the hell out of everybody. Austria is at war with Wallachia, Pomerania, Anhalt, the Hansa. See? Now Austria is at war with the Hansa right now. So, if there was ever a time to declare war on the Hansa, Austria will protect them. They can't protect them because... Why? Because they're in a war with them, and you cannot join a war on the side of someone if you're already at war with them. So I think we start fabricating a claim on this one, Lübeck. That's the capital. How does fabricating a claim on capitals work? Which one would we want to take? Laurenburg? Is it even worth I don't even know if we would be able to get Lübeck. I guess we want to fabricate a claim on Laurenburg just so we have a casus belli against them in case we get a wild hair up our ass to go to war with the Hansa. I think that's a good idea. It looks like this English fleet. Okay, that's just a transport fleet. Where's the big fleet? Where's like the... Oh, and Sweden is actually losing soldiers down here. It's actually really sad. But this war is not winnable, I don't think. The war goal to take months. I mean, when France comes in on something, it's just like... He's lost so much. And this war with Navarra is just stupid. Like, yeah, this Mantua has got to be over here somewhere, right? Vienna, Mantua. Yeah, like, this war is like, stupid easy. But the fact is that England can't, they can't, like, I don't know what word I'm looking for. It's not a ford, but Brittany will cede everything except for their capital. Friend. Goodness, Brittany. You made a bad decision. We fought to the end, buddy. We fought to the bitter end. Well, bitter for you. Battle for Holstein. I don't see any enemies over here. I guess it must have just been a revolt that had risen up in Holstein. Our revolt is 0% because I'm really kind of confused about that fight right now that happened in Holstein. Claims on thrones. Pomerania would actually be a sick one to get a claim on their throne. Actually, he's so sick to get Pomerania. Get a claim on their throne. I don't know if we could take him in a war. They look pretty solid. Also in a coalition against Brandenburg, allied with Hungary, Anhalt, Lüneburg, or Lauenburg or something. I don't know if we could take Pomerania in the war. I think we could. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure we could. They look solid, but oh, and we have no diplomat because we are integrating, which is almost done, so that's good. And you are fabricating. You haven't been discovered yet, so the fabrication is going very well. And then, like, England's just gonna lose land to Scotland here. Trade efficiency and trade range. Both good things. We're still making 10 gold a day. We are about 300 gold away from our embassy. The Mamluks are losing land to Tripoli. Ottomans are pushing east. The Ottomans they knocked out Byzantium. I think I knew that, though. I think that happened last episode. Venice still has some islands here, though. And the Knights still hold on to Rhodes. Cyprus is Venice as well. So Venice might actually give them some problems. I don't imagine they'll give the Ottomans a whole lot of problems, though. I love big Ottoman Empire games. I think the Ottomans are one of my favorite people to play as, just because you're so big. You just control a lot of land. I think that's always fun. It's like playing Russia. Playing as Muscovy and forming Russia. At the end, you just have like half the world. You have like this much of the screen is just like Russia, right? Like here's Alaska, and then like here's Russia, and that's just so much fun to fight wars on like the western and the eastern front at the same time, and knowing that those soldiers will never get to the other side. Gaining 47 ducats or 1 stability, seeing as how our stability is really low for whatever reason. And let's see what that reason is. Why do I want this tech so bad? We get Farm Estate, which is a manufactory for grain, and we get production efficiency by 10, and the one after that we get another idea group. And we're probably ahead like 5 years on this. Let's see. 10 years. No, 1 year. Okay. Actually, this isn't too bad. And pike and shot actually isn't that good of one. But it's always good to have a... Norway has been integrated. Perfect. Integration is a slow process. We'll lose 10 legitimacy for that. But it looks like our force limit went up a smidge. Number of soldiers we have on the field at the time went up as well. France's navy actually found us. Let's see if we can retreat. It's not possible yet. Make sure Norway doesn't have any troops in stupid places. We just have the 4,000 here. I wonder why this is Latin Knights. Why is this green? No, that's the correct one. And then their boats here. Nearly Carracks and Cogs. Actually, let's take them up and dock at Orkney for the time. Just because we're kind of in the middle of this war right now. We got Iceland, the We our own Yar, our own Yar, the Shetlands, and Orkney. And we got all of Norway, which is in a really, really bad... Oh goodness, yes, my timer's done. Okay, I'll end the episode in a second. Calm down. Which is in a really bad state, building-wise, to the point that, like, this place doesn't even have a fort, right? Like, I mean, come on, you need a fort. And, like, none of these places have temples. And it's like, you all need temples. Like, that's, like, rule number one, right? Like, I don't care if I was saving up for an embassy. These people need temples. These people need Jesus. It's good for them. Anything else need a temple? You need a temple. Now we're broke. But it's okay because we're going to be making more money. Our total money probably went through the roof a little bit. An alliance offer from Munster, I'm actually, like, really okay with, because I'm sure the Hansa are going to declare war on them. I'm, like, pumped that Munster offered an alliance with me. To the point that, like, I should have thought of that sooner. Like, I need to ally with people the Hansa are going to get into war with to, like, take their shit. Sweden is a little bit upset with us because we annexed the vassal and we have Castells and we're kind of aggressive and they think they're kind of stronger than us. So, in 5 days when this guy gets home, let's speed this down to 2. 4 days, 3, 2, 1. Got him. Diplomat's home. We are going to improve relations. We're also going to see if this can retreat yet. There's no, like, you can't retreat button, so I'm going to just assume I can, and I can. I did end up losing a boat, but I think after integrating Norway, our naval force limit changed a lot. So we, next episode, we will need to look at our fleet, what it's comprised of, what we need, now that we actually have pirates. That's how rare something will actually come up into this part of the world. And we gained all of Norway's vision, which was actually a lot of the Arctic Ocean. Now we're not in the Baltic, purely, you know. Before we just had, you know, a couple of tiles that weren't in the Baltic, but now we have quite a few. And we need a way to get to Iceland, we need a way to get to these islands. We need a lot of things. Another reason to build temples on everything, I'll just get this out of the way right now. Courthouses are very good to have everywhere. -1 local revolt risk on places that is not so easy to get to can really, really help. Can really help. But yeah, I think that's my timer rang. We integrated Norway. We've looked at the world. We've learned some things together as people. And I think that's great. So I will end this episode here. Should probably save it. It's a good idea. Norway. Norway. There, I put a G in there. I meant to hit an H, but whatever. Sigmore's way. Alright, thank you guys as always for watching. As always, I'm Warren, and I'll see you next time.